478. Connecting the community through gospel. The new 980 AM WDDO Perry Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
It's time for the man from Unionville. He's met mayors, governors, and presidents. Al Tillman is civic-minded, community-oriented, dependable. He's his own man. He's always positive and respectful to others. He's a man of action. Our Unity in Community man. An honorable veteran. Al Tillman is open, honest, and responsive to all community concerns. He welcomes everyone to the table to discuss community concerns. Gang members, seniors, business people, and everyday citizens are all welcomed. He's making a difference. And now, your host, the Mayor Pro Tem of Macon-Bibb County, Al Tillman. Al Tillman. Al Tillman.
Al Tillman. Al Tillman. Doing it again.
Good morning to you, and welcome to the program. It is a pleasure to be here on this Thursday, right here on AM 980, the Glory, from Macon, Georgia. Yeah, we're here in the South. This is Al Tillman. It is just a beautiful day, and I just tell you, it is something. It is something. Here, getting a little feedback. Getting just a little bit. Let's see. We can adjust that. Yeah. It's a beautiful day. Like I said, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Trying to hear myself. I can. Positivity, prayer. I think this prayer is what we need, y'all. We need some prayer. We have to pray. We have to pray. We got to pray for families, stability. We just got to pray. We just got to pray. And there's nothing more powerful than praying, because there's something you can do on your own. And, so when you're dealing with whatever you're dealing with in life, family, sickness, illness, COVID, even loss of life, you just got to pray, man, and trust, And I think that's what we got to do. We got to trust. We got to trust. We have to trust. Are y'all trusting? We have to trust, and that's what we have to do. We have to trust each other. We have to trust our family. We have to trust our community, and so that's what we have to do. There's no reason why we should not trust each other and pray for and with each other. It's a powerful thing, and there's so many families across the globe that's suffering right now, but we can stay uplifted and we can pray, and I think that's it, of what we can do now, and we want to pray right. We don't want to be praying to the wrong folks, and some of y'all's prayers are not being answered because you are the wrong person to be praying. Now you can't be cussing folks out on social media. You can't be cussing your family out, and then you turn around and saying you want to be the one to pray for everybody. Nah. We gotta let somebody else do that and pray. All right, we can't do that. We can't let you be the one. If you're mad and angry, we can't let you be the one to pray. What I always do is give it what I call my 24-hour rule. If you got your 24-hour rule, I got a 24-hour rule. I was talking to somebody. They said they had a 48-hour rule. I talked to a guy. Says he said, well, I got a 48-hour rule. And I was like, really? It's your 48-hour rule. His 48-hour rule is to pray. His 48-hour rule is to pray to his God and his family and some folks. And so, but I always had a 24-hour one. Mine's a 24-hour rule. And so I wait 24 hours, even if I'm mad and angry. And I'm not saying pray. I'm not saying I wait 24 hours to pray. I'm not saying I wait 48 hours to pray. I'm saying when you're dealing with something, especially if I'm mostly, something's happened, you're mad, you're upset, and you want to, you're afraid you might say something or do something that you shouldn't be doing or saying, then you want to wait. And that's all I'm saying. You want to wait before you make that decision. You don't want to make a decision and you're angry. Never make a decision and you're angry, because it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to make a angry decision or say something angry and you regret it. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So don't say nothing angry that you're going to regret. Okay? You don't want to do that. And so you're just trying to stay focused. And I know you may be mad and sometimes you get upset, and we all do. But you have to give it 24 to 48 hours, because, those words you cannot take back. And those things that you say out of anger, you cannot take back. Okay? So keep that in mind. If you just practice that, and it has helped me. It really has. It has helped me over the years. Before I say something angry, it has helped me to be cautious. So I want to talk about survivors, family. If you've been suffering through illness, through COVID, if you survived it, if you want to talk about it, my guest today, and I'm hesitant to trust these young folks and with guests, because Johnny Holland said Jr. was going to be here, and I was like, well, Johnny, we're going to have a guest, and we're going to go with the guest today. And so then you get here and you guess, I'm like, where's the guest? And he sent me a message saying, oh, he's going to be here and all of that. But, so where's your guest? And the guest said, here. So where's the guest? So I'm hesitant, and it's always the men. When you're inviting the men somewhere, the men, where are the men? Where you at, men? I have a guest on and it's a male. He showing up late, or it's always got some excuse, about where he's at and what happened. This is what happened. And so it's Black History Month that's coming up next week, and I wanted to talk to this guy because he had so much information and stuff that he's been doing in the community and his connections. And he's actually a survivor of COVID-19. And I wanted y'all to hear his story of his survival and things that he done and been doing. And so I want y'all to hear his story. So let me do this. Y'all see, I'm looking down. What's up out there? Facebook, social media land. If you're on social media, if you want to continue to watch us, you can wddo.live from your smartphone. You can even mirror it to your television if you're at home and you're watching and or you're listening to us welcome. All the folks that's on Twitter, YouTube. That's right. We're everywhere now. There's no reason for you to miss us. We are here and we're everywhere. And so welcome to the program. It is a pleasure to have you here today. And so we thank you. And we are glad you are here today. And so it is a pleasure to have you. All of my Al Tillman community family, we are over on Al Tillman community page as well. Say hello and what's up to you guys. I want to say what's up to Clothing Cafe. Clothing Cafe over there on Georgia Avenue. Rick Douglas, y'all go and pay him a visit and say what's up to Rick over there, man. What's up, Rick? Over there. We're doing some positive thing. I want to say what's up to Aiden, my little man who's listening in today, who's just getting tall as I don't know what. I put a picture of him on social media. He don't know it. He's going to be, when he hear this, because he's listening, he's going to be scrambling like, what? I said, send a shout out to my little man. That's he's growing faster than a baby bear. I want to say cub because you call him cub, but you know, you have to sometimes talk in layman terms, what folks can hear. In layman terms is just being clear and precise as possible. So you know, and so I said he's growing like a little baby cub, faster than a baby cub. Cause y'all know what I'm talking about. You see a bear that's born, he's the size of a small dog or cat, and these things, you know, become 8 feet tall, 5, 6, 7, 800 pounds. And so that's what I was saying. My man is growing faster than a baby cub. Yeah. So today I can assure you and promise you that we're going to be, you know, talking positivity today. This is what we want to do. 478. We want to talk positivity, but we also, if you want to share your story of COVID survivors, people you know that have passed or what have you, you know, feel free. You can call us, let us know. Or I'm going to just wing it because I don't have a guest. I'm going to give you the number, but I'm going to wing it at 478-250-1444. Yeah. Yeah, I got on my Bill Cosby. Let me get it straight, because you know you used to didn't have to dress up for radio, but now you know you're on radio and you got to dress up sometimes now for radio. So looking up at y'all, like, you know, so there we are. Yeah, that's the old Indiana Colts. I'm a Falcon fan, y'all, but that's the old Indiana Colts shirt when Peyton Manning won that championship. So we want you all to pray. Y'all, if y'all are prayer warriors out there, you prayer warriors, you can call us, anybody, 478-250-1444. We want to talk positivity, unless you want to talk about your experience with COVID. Okay. Let me send a shout out to all of our partners and sponsors. We appreciate you. Rod English, The Informer, we appreciate you. All the stores, the Macon Banquet, we thank you. Sheriff Davis, the Sheriff Department, Macon Bill Government, we thank you. But we want to send a special shout out today to Harold Young. Harold Young has become the he had served as the interim director of the Tillman African American Museum. He has been chosen by the board of directors to become the permanent director of the Tillman. We're going to talk about these fluids in a moment. You know, I'm always telling y'all to drink your fluids. protein shakes and all that good stuff. But yeah, Harold Young, executive director now of the Tillman African American Museum. If you know of Harold, send him a shout out. Go on social media and say what's up to Harold. Congratulate him, African American brother who's been here a while, and you know he's worked hard, and I think he's shown that he is the right one to lead during this pandemic. Okay, now, and let me just say, y'all, is not the normal that we know may never come back again. When we talk about Ebola and the AIDS epidemic, there were things that happened that people can live and survive with it. You know, if it's a disease or what have you, you know, you would get a vaccine or shot. And I think our survival rate is the positivity of wearing a mask and or getting vaccinated. So once you begin to wear your mask or you begin to take off your mask, to me, it's going to be a sign of we're, you know, making progress. All right. We're making some good progress. And so that's what we want. I know some of y'all that's listening know some stuff that's going on personally in not only my family, but many families. And it's a little bit more difficult to try to avoid because the guest is not here. But I will tell you that this time, every day is something different. But we've got to stay focused, people. And you've got to help your other family members that's dealing with this stuff. You know, your daughters and sons that's going to school, even if they're part of Bill County in college. You just got to stay focused, and you just got to stay positive about things that's happening to try to uplift them, because people see stuff differently, and they deal with stuff differently. So we just want to keep everybody uplifted in this moment of sadness for so many and sorrow. And as hard as this is to sit here and I even wrote the word positivity down and trying to stay in that way. But, you know, this world and this thing is changing. It is so hard not to talk about what's happening. And there's so many good things that's going on in the community and in the world. Sorry about that, y'all. That's out there. I want to talk about young people for a moment. Young people see us, and when I mean young people, young teens, young adults, we have to lead the way, y'all. We really do. See, that's why I use this analysis about if you're from, you know, where I'm from, grew up in Macon, Georgia. And I'm talking across the radio land because people are listening and listen to us sometimes all over across the country. But if you grew up in Macon, Georgia, there's a store called Zare. There was a store called Zare's. Zayre, I believe it was called. It was called Zare. And I'm gonna make sure because let's see, Zare was Zayre. Zare. Are you going to Zare? You know, some folks don't know what I'm talking about. Never heard of Zare. Zare's was in two places growing up that I remember, and was the store for everybody that couldn't afford the department big stores in the malls or whatever. But Zare's were in two places. Zare's was over on Eisenhower Parkway, And it was where the current Macon Health Center is off Emory Highway. Before there was the health department over there, that was a department store called Zaire's. I don't know why I'm yawning. And so Zaire's was my mom's go-to store. And I posted on social media. I said, my store as a little boy was for my school clothes. I got them from Zaire's. Easter suits, Zaire's. Christmas, Zaire's. And then even in the summer, this is what I remember. I would always want pants for the summer because I knew my mom could not afford to get me more than 2 pair of pants during school or Christmas. And so I would, even during the summer and even growing up, that's why I never wore a lot of short pants. I only wore short pants like really after I got married, or probably, y'all not gonna believe this, I'm serious. Probably about 5 years ago is when I really started buying and wearing short pants. I know. I mean, of course I would buy short pants to go swimming, but if I had short pants, I'd only wear them in the house. Nobody ever seen me in short pants, and y'all probably never seen me in a pair of shorts or short pants. It's rare. Probably in the last 5 years, I bought short pants. Growing up, I always worn long pants. And that is because I never wanted to buy shorts. Even in the summertime when, we play high, and I'm sure as a little bitty boy, my mom would cut my jeans off. I don't remember wearing many short pants because, we would never get many school clothes or Christmas clothes. And so I would, even in the summer, when it was time for 4th of July outfit, I would always say, I want long pants. And my mom would get me long pants because I would always want extra pair of pants to wear. Now, isn't that something? Isn't that something? Yeah. So Zaire's was the store. And so I use the Zaire analogy when I talk about things that's not coming back. I don't think Zaire's is coming back. So what I'm saying to you out there is we're living in the new normal of things that you like and you think is going to happen are not coming back. So it's time to do something different. It's time to change your ways, your thoughts, and your beliefs. Zaire's, so when I say that, isn't coming back. So that means grandmother, who was once in her 50s and 60s, and some of y'all are blessed to still have a grandmother in her 60s and 70s, and you can go to grandmama's house for Christmas and Thanksgiving and holidays. A lot of that has changed. It is not coming back. We cannot continue to use grandmama and mama as an excuse to why we want to get together. Oh, let's celebrate. Oh, grandmama's ain't here no more. Grandmama been gone for 10, 15 years. And you don't know how to tell the family, hey, y'all, let's just get together. I hadn't seen y'all in a while. I miss y'all. I love y'all. I want to see you. I see you on social media. You look so good. Let's get together and plan a family gathering. Because sometimes when we look on social media and we see families that's having a great time and you're like, wow, man, I missed that. I want that moment back. Zaire's is not coming back. You have to create a new moment. And that's what I'm saying. We have to create new moments. You got to get with that family member. We're arguing, fussing, and let me tell you something. It is amazing how a family member or friend will call up somebody else to tell them about all the gossip and the rumors and everything they just saw on social media. And they'll call and text a family member who they hadn't talked to in months or years and say, you need to remove that. And I just saw what you put on social media. But we won't take the same time to say, Good morning. I saw you on social media. You was looking so good. Good morning. You look great. Hey, I hadn't seen or talked to you in a while. I hope you're blessed and you're looking good. I heard you having a fabulous time at the job. I saw you at the show and you was looking good. I saw you out at the restaurant. I didn't get a chance to holler at you, but you were looking beautiful and great. We will not say it. But if a family member or friend gets mad and angry and posts something that irks you and you don't like, and you hadn't talked to them in 6, 8 months, 2 years, you will, whatever in your spirit, find time to pick up the phone, text and call them and say, wait a minute, you need to take that down about my mama. You need to take that down about my cousin, my auntie. You don't know her. You don't know what she's going through. You don't know what she's dealing with. You haven't talked to the person. It's so easy, man. It's so easy to pick up this mobile device and send a text message and just say something. You got people, and here's what I say. If you mad with somebody, whether it's your family, your friends, or whatever, if you mad, how long you gonna be mad? How long? How long you gonna be mad? Mama's dying, grandmama's dying, uncle is dying, auntie is dying, sister is dying, brother's dying, cousins, co-workers, friends, neighbors, and you still mad. Everybody out here having a good time. They socialize and they having, they going on trips. They trying to do family thing. They cooking. They showing these great meals. All they're living the time of their life. And you still mad. You still mad. What you mad about? How long you gonna be mad? I'm gonna be mad for the rest of my life until the funeral comes and you say, I wish I had talked to him. I'm so sorry. But come on, player. How long you gonna be mad? How long you gonna be mad? How long you gonna be mad? I got a cousin. And he's calling now. Don't know I'm on radio, but he'll call me and we'll talk. And he'll say, oh, we're gonna get together. Let me call you back. He never calls me back. He says, oh man, we're gonna get together and we're gonna go to lunch and whatever. I'm gonna come by and whatever. Never seen him. We do it out of anger, and we saw. Now he wants to know if I'm on radio. Yeah, I'm on radio. What's up, man? But you gotta love them. Everybody you love, everybody, your family, you love them. But people will not take time to even send a text. Good morning. How you doing today? It's a great day. And we're just so mad and upset. We're so mad. We're so angry. We're so mad. We're so angry. Hey, man, I'm gonna call you right back, man. Let me call you back. Yeah, man, we're gonna get together. Hey, man. But then as soon as, hey, man, let me holler at you for a minute. I need you to do this. I need that, and so forth. And we're not even realizing that we're doing it. And then it's Thanksgiving. It's Christmas coming up. It's the holiday. It's grandmama's anniversary of when she passed, mom's anniversary when she passed, and then we start texting and calling everybody. Hey, let's get together in the name of grandma. Let's get together in the name of grandma. We ain't got together in a long time, so let's get together in the name of grandma. Wasn't you just on social media acting a fool, saying you don't want to see your family, bump your family gone crazy and whatever? Y'all know who the most difficult folks to deal with? I don't even become friends. If I see anybody attacking their own family on social media, I remove them. I block them. I just unfriend them. Those are people you can't control and you should not have any respect for. If you'll get on a public setting and say something negative about your family, who can control or have a decent conversation with you if you'll do that? That is why when a domestic charge of family violence, which is a misdemeanor now, that is why jobs and employers treat it as a felony and don't want to hire you. If you got a misdemeanor, and misdemeanor is not supposed to keep you from getting a federal job or state job or a regular job. It's not. But if you have something on your record called family violence, it sounds bad now, but it's only a misdemeanor. That's something you need to try to get removed. If you got a charge called family violence, because nobody wants to deal with you. No job is going to hire you, and they're not going to tell you why they're not going to want to hire you. Because that is on your record. That's the equivalent of a felony that's not a felony. That's the equivalent of out of control. If you fighting and getting into it with your family and you've been charged with something, no employer, you don't respect anybody. Who can communicate and talk to you civilized if you've already, got to fighting and with a family charge with your family? So those are things that we gotta change. We gotta teach our young men, our young women, because they're watching us. And I'm serious, man. Listen, I'm not a perfect guy. I grew up in Unionville, called Booger Bear Bottom, where I seen it all. The fighting. Now we didn't shoot back in the day, but the fighting and the liquor houses and what they call entertainment parties, where the Mighty Rock would show up with his DJ equipment and they selling the fish sandwich and the chicken sandwiches for $1.50, and all that. And you seeing the brothers out there smoking the weed and all that stuff and drinking the beer in front of the kids and everything. People have changed, man. And you ain't. That's right. I said ain't. You ain't. For my intelligence folks, you haven't changed. And you need to change. You haven't. And so we got to change it. We got to change it. And that's all I'm saying. I am not in a preaching mood per se. I'm not a perfect guy. I'm a product of Bibb County Alternative School. I've been to the Bibb County jail as an inmate many, many, many years ago. But you got to change. And when you change, you practice it and you teach it, because we're not going back to Zaires. We're not going back to the days of Zaire. We're not going back to the day to Big Mama's house. You have to create it. You are the Big Mama now. You are Grandmama's house now. I don't even know how in the world we got in some Big Mama and Grandmama's house, where our parents would drop us off and we all piled up in the living room and in Big Mama and Grandmama bedroom, and she just trying to sit there and watch her TV. And we all pile up in the living room, on the floor, everywhere, in the kitchen, and then on the front porch and the back porch. We just hanging all out like flies and whatever. I don't even know how in the world we were able to do that. And our parents would drop us off and they just having a good time, just going to park. But guess what? We interacted. We got to know each other. We loved it. It was fun. We got our teeth knocked out. We got our eye punched. We got dirt in our hairs and pants and shoes. And we scrubbed our elbows and knees and all that stuff. And those were the best days of our lives, man. But they ain't coming back unless you create it. You invite people over your house. And if somebody doesn't smoke or drink, you adjust. It's just like being at your job. You can't smoke cigarettes for 8 hours in your job. You go on a break every 2 hours or every 4 hours. So what you saying? I don't want to go over there because they don't want nobody to drink. You don't drink at your job. So you can't go over for a couple of hours because he or she don't want you to drink in the house. Yeah, you be talking junk. They don't want me to smoke. Man, you know, I like to smoke my cigarettes. What's wrong with smoking outside? They don't want nobody to smoke in the house. What's wrong with smoking outside? On the porch, in the yard? What's wrong with that? We make up so many excuses not to go and be with family. And in the end, that's all that's left is family. That's all that's left, family. But we make up so many excuses. You know, yeah, man, they don't want nobody to drink over there, man. Oh, man, I go over there and y'all see the little kid, you know, he got a little 6-year-old kid and she look at me so funny. I know why they look at me funny, because they be over there talking about me. The 6-year-old is looking at you funny because the mama and the parent them be over there talking about you. Wonder why they talking about you. Why you think they talking about you? Why the kid just can't be looking at his little cousin, auntie, or uncle and saying, Unc used to have a neat haircut and look so good, and now he don't dress up, he don't comb his hair. And man, he'd come over here and shaking all this change and giving us some change. And he done changed. He a different guy. He don't even look the same. How about you sit down and have a conversation with your little 6-year-old nephew or your little 6-year-old niece? And you'll be surprised what the kids will tell you, what they remember. Those are things that I remember at 5 and 6 years old. I remember my auntie bringing me freeze pops home from Central when she was in the 9th and 10th grade. I don't know what made her do that and how she did that. My auntie Sheila, I remember that. When she was going to Miller and me and Valencia over there on Sap Street playing in boxes. Man, we'd be so happy. My grandma would get a new washing machine or something, man, washing machine or dryer. Well, back in the day, they didn't have dryers. We didn't get dryers. It was just a new washing machine. Something came in the box. And they wouldn't get mad. We out there in the front yard, in the backyard, playing in the box. That was our little house. And I remember my aunt bringing me stuff. And then when she grew up, she's doing something totally different. And so I look at her different a little bit. I haven't changed. She changed. You're the older one. You know, people are always saying, your family members, you hear them sometimes say, that boy used to call me. He don't call me no more. He's 11 years old. He's got friends with bicycles and video games. You are still the adult. You reach out to him or her. Hey, auntie, grandmama, aunt, uncle, niece, we just want to see what's up. Just calling to check on you and whatever. When you come in, and then the parents got to say, call grandmama, call granddaddy, call aunt, call auntie, call your little cousin. Just say what's up, especially if you got a phone. Just say it, just a little bit. That's all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Al Tillman. This is the Al Tillman Show right here on AM 980 WDDO, where we come to you on Thursdays. And it's a pleasure to always be in your presence. Y'all are never going to like and be satisfied with somebody will say. I can tell y'all something. I said, let me have another sip of my, I got to keep my energy. I'm going to talk about energy in a minute, y'all. You got to stay hydrated and survive this COVID. But we just got to change our attitude. That's all it is. It ain't nothing but attitude. Keep a positive mind and positive attitude. You do positive things. You wake up negative, think negative, breathe negativity. You're going to be negative. Okay. And so that's all we got to do. Practice what we want to preach. Preach what we're practicing. Don't tell somebody to do something that you're not doing. I challenge anybody right now for $50, go down my social media page and find anything negative within the last 5 years. And you can keep strolling and let me know. I'll give you $50. And I'll share it publicly and say, wow, I did that. I try to be mindful. I'm not a perfect person or perfect guy, but we have to be mindful. I have not posted much probably over the last couple of months because I began to watch folks, because folks are so sensitive. I'm going to tell y'all a true story. This is a true story. This is what I said. I was on a group family text. I'm telling y'all now, this is true. Let y'all know that, Al Tillman is normal. I was on a family group text. And something happened that everybody was commenting on and being opinionated about a particular person. And so within the group, and this happened and it was a positive thing. But then somebody said, I think I saw it wrong and I read it wrong and all that. And somebody says, and they call me Tiger. I'm Al Tiger Tillman on social media. So if you're looking for the page, you go find the negativity. That doesn't exist. They said, hey, Tiger, what do you think? Everybody else chiming in. I'm quiet. I don't say nothing. I'm just watching and reading because people can be so sensitive. So I'm not commenting, especially on anything, published reports, negativity, whatever, news, whatever. I don't do it. So they said, hey, Tiger, one of the family members, what do you think? So I didn't say nothing. I was like, oh, Lord, why do they want to bring me in it? Because I'm just trying to stay out of it and whatever. So this is what I said. I'm going to write it down what I said. I said, LOL. Stay safe, ladies. I said, they asked me, what do you think on the group text? I said, LOL, stay safe. LOL means laugh out loud, stay safe. That's all I said. Guess what? You know what that turned into? Oh, he think I'm lying. He don't believe me anyway. He always think I be lying. And that's what he did, so and so and so and so. And that's why so and so and so and so. And then that's why so and so and so and so. And he act like so and so and so and so. My comment was LOL. Stay safe, ladies. I knew he thought I'd be lying and whatever. How in the world? And that's what I'm saying. Now, this is a family member. And I'm trying to stay out of it and be positive. And you know what my comment was? I said, stay blessed and enjoy life. I love you. And all of a sudden, the comment comes back. You too. Love you. I kill the spirit and the negativity with wordings. And it's rare that I even comment. That's why y'all can't find too much. And folks don't like it when I don't comment as much on Donald Trump and a lot of the political stuff anymore, because people are so sensitive. They're looking for something and some reason to attack you. And they just want to feel good that you agree with their negativity. I don't. The positivity starts with the man in the mirror, which is you. No problem has ever been unsolved. What I mean by that is, for every problem, there's a solution. You are dealing with nothing in life that has never happened before. Nothing. Nothing. You've seen people get cursed out. You've seen people get mad over any little thing. You've heard somebody curse somebody out. You've heard racism. You've seen racism. You've experienced racism. You've seen people be mad, nasty. You've seen people suffer from diseases. You've heard people cursing. You've seen and know that people have been under bad conditions and living in poverty. There is nothing new in the world except for your new invention that you have not made or discovered. And you can trump, excuse me for that word, any negativity with something positive. You can do it. You can trump any negativity with something positive. And you can stop the conversation. Because here's something that's always interesting to me. If someone comes back to you with so-and-so just talking about you, oh, she talking about you bad, or he talking about you bad, oh, and whatever. Here's the question that you ought to begin to ask that person. What is it about you that make them feel comfortable to talk about me to? Y'all get that now? If a person feels comfortable talking about you in front of somebody, why? What is it that they have been saying and doing prior to them being okay or not mad with you anymore, that person feels comfortable that they can talk about you and say stuff about you in front of that person? You already know. That person at some point was accepting it, listening to it, contributing to it, and doing the same thing. If not, then what happens is you can stop it. You can simply stop it by saying, look, I don't want to hear that today. I'm on a positive move in spirit, and I don't think we ought to do that. The good outweighs the bad. Now, if somebody slap your mama, I understand you're angry and you're mad. Somebody slap your daddy, mistreated your child, I can understand that. But we got to stop it, man. So many people are suffering. We got to stop it. Okay? This is Al Tillman, the Al Tillman Show right here on AM 980 WDDO. Listen, what I want y'all to do, family and friends that are suffering from COVID, that has suffered from COVID, that is part of COVID, I want you to drink. What I want you to do is consume your body with a lot of liquids and water, okay? A lot of times fluids and water will fight off and drown that disease. See, that's what's happening. The COVID-19 is attacking our body and it's removing fluids from our bodies, okay? It gives us a very bad cold, almost worse than the flu. That's fluids coming out of you. You're sneezing, you're coughing, your mucus, and you're giving up fluids, okay? It attacks the lungs and all that, makes you want to throw up and vomit. You can't hold food in. That's fluid. You're losing fluids. Diarrhea. It's giving you diarrhea. You have to use the bathroom or whatever. What's that? You're losing fluids. So you have to put fluids back in your body. That's why some people go to the hospital and they said, the doctor said, oh, you're dehydrated. You're not drinking fluids. We've got to drown this COVID-19 disease. We got to drown it. We got to drown it with fluids. Now, I ain't talking about Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, and all that stuff that I used to drink. I'm talking about with water, protein shakes, some sugar-free stuff, some juices, and what have you. You don't have to drink and put all the sugar in your body. The sugar is hurting you as well. It's so easy for me to say that, but it's hard for me to say that because I've been a victim of all of this stuff, and I am working and trying to do better. I don't want to be part of a system of of being sick and ill, and then trying to do right. Okay. So many things are happening. I really want to cry today, and I want to cry for some folks. But I'm trying to keep my big boy pants on, because some of this stuff y'all don't want to hear. People are mad. They don't like it when I talk like this, and you just don't like me. And some people are cool with it. You want to be positive, but man, we got to change our way and our thoughts and our feelings. Okay. Now, I want to share something with you, because this has been a hard show for me today. And our family and so many families are dealing with folks that are suffering from COVID. I'm no different. My family is no different. Okay. Tomorrow, we celebrate 1 year, and I'm going to try not to shed a tear. It don't seem like a year, but on tomorrow, January 29th, it will be 1 year since my mom passed. It doesn't seem like that long, but it's been a year. And I will tell you guys this, that she died on January 29th. We buried her on February 6th. And it's 3 days before my birthday. But our family is dealing with suffering and COVID and so much that we're just trying to survive. And that's why, and I don't know, maybe God had a different plan that our guest wasn't here today, because I wanted to talk about just staying and trying to be positive and uplifting because of that holiday tomorrow. And I know my young son is listening, and my daughter and my wife may be listening as well. We got to try to stay focused, and we got to appreciate the people and the time that they have given us. I think sometimes we become so selfish because we honestly think and believe that folks are going to just be around forever, and they're going to live forever. And I think we believe that sometimes. And we get so emotional and hurt behind it. But we have to understand and realize that this is a cruel world, and life is not fair, and tomorrow is not promised. And so we have to begin to accept that we're living in different times and different world. Years ago, our ancestors and family members faced similar tragedies in different settings, whether they were dealing with slavery, whether they were dealing with the civil rights movement, whether they was dealing with police brutality. In this 21st century, we are young people, have the equipment, knowledge, smarts. We have so much that we can make better and change this world. We have so much. We have the technology. We have the know-how. We have the brains. We have the books. But if we will begin to preach and teach positivity on business and survival to our young children, on how to vote, how to get involved in the stock market, and how to become successful, and stop telling your children and young children two things. Stop telling them that if they don't act right, you're going to call the police and the policeman going to come and get them. That has hurt so many generations of people being afraid of law enforcement. And then when they see something, they don't like law enforcement. Stop telling our kids that, okay? Begin to teach our kids positivity. The other thing is we have to encourage our folks to vote, and we have to stop telling them just to graduate from school where you can get a job and have stuff. A job. No. They need a career. They need a skill set. We have to start encouraging our kids. Stop making them be afraid of the police, and stop just telling them to get a job. We need to start using skill set and qualifications and careers. Nobody can take your education away, and nobody can take your skill set away. If you go and become a plumber, you become the best plumber. You become an electrician. That is a skill set that no one can ever take. Just like riding a bicycle. Once you do it for 21 days, you can do it. So no job. Let's change that. Okay. So let me say, I want to thank you, Rhonda Bird, for tuning in, Myra. Thank y'all. Y'all have truly helped me today. Love hides a multitude of stuff. Yes, Lord. Thank you for that, Miss Bird. Love hides a multitude of stuff. And that stuff is negative stuff. It's pride, it's attitude. That's all it is. Change your attitude, you change your life. That's all it is, attitude. Attitude is the only word in the dictionary that equals 100%. Did y'all know that? Write down the word attitude on a piece of paper, and your kids will love this. Write down the word attitude, and then in the alphabet, there are 26 alphabets, and you put A equals 1, B is 2, C is the third alphabet. So when you put letters 1 through 26, A through Z, and the word attitude, have them to find the number. The A is the number 1. The T is 20. And you go down the line, and when you add it up, attitude, it equals 100. And that's what life is predicated on, percentage, 100%. That's the only word that equals 100%. Let me thank you all for tuning in and listening to the Al Tillman Show, where we come to you on Thursdays. It's Black History Month. Go out and celebrate. We'll celebrate my mom tomorrow. If you're on social media, we'll be at her grave site, me and the entire family and her grandchildren. And we'll be posting stuff for the first time from her grave site as we celebrate her 1-year anniversary. Rinaldia, Kira, I want to send a shout out to the Smith family. We love you. We're praying for you. The Hollenshed family, we love you. We're praying for you. And always be blessed and thankful. And I want y'all to remember that God loves you and we can change, okay? Super Bowl 55. Tom Brady, I'm with you, man. I used to didn't get up on you, but I'm with you, man. Tom Brady. He's going all the way, y'all. He's doing some great things. Stay positive. Stay positive. Tell somebody. Text a friend. Text a sister. I know she and he's made you mad, but just text them and say, I was thinking about you today. That's all. That's all you have to do. You've done your part. Text them. I was thinking about you today. Send them a message. I was thinking about you today. I saw you. You're looking good. And you don't have to apologize or anything. Just say that, okay? That's all you have to say. All right? And let that be it. All right? That's all you have to say. Nell, Kira, Linda, Ronna, Dallas, Sandora, Danette, Buster, Sheila, Chandra, Nikki, Juwan, Fleeta, Nisi. I love y'all. Remember, never look down on anyone. Never look down on anyone, because only God sits that high. I'm Al Tillman. See you next time.
All you gotta do is fall down on your knees, trust in him with all your needs. He is the one